These ice creams really are kind of weird. You know what? I'm not even gonna question it because honestly, I'm a really picky eater when it comes to ice cream. Oh, hey there! I didn't see you there. Let me go ahead and move over here. Hi there. My name is the Wesley Suspect, aka the creator and actor of the main guy himself, Basher the Hedgehog. Before you ask, nope, this is not Basher. This is not anyone else. This is actually my Sonic Soda. It's a dog. If that wasn't really obvious, and if the tail didn't give it away, I don't know what did. So obviously, hi, hello, welcome. Finally, I'm doing a new channel intro because I didn't really make a proper one last time, and it's finally time that we kind of get things moving around here and there. So of course, for one, hi, hello, my name is Wesley. If you want to go ahead and check out my socials, which are going to be links in the description, or you can see them right here. Go ahead and check them out. I always post some sort of update, or I tweet about my life, or I do random stuff here and there. Definitely got to get more into making better content, if I say so myself. So obviously, I want to begin by saying that if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, and if you really want to keep seeing more content like this, go ahead and subscribe down below, turn on your notification bell, and you'll never miss a single video that I upload on the channel. Oops. Anyways, so of course, apart from that, let's go ahead and go a little bit deeper into the backstory of the channel so you guys can understand a little bit about what is the goal of this channel, what are we going to be uploading, and obviously, what would you expect from me? So of course, I'm the original creator and obviously voice actor of Basher the Hedgehog, who is the main, protagonist or character of this channel. This channel is completely based off of him, and obviously we're working on a lot of other stuff, like for example gameplay, streams, and our own VR chat series, which is this video game that we're currently in right now. Obviously there are a lot of things that are still a work in progress, but we're working on getting things out, so obviously you guys can get the content that I really want to put out there. And by we, I mean myself and maybe a few other friends that are actually listening to my dreams. But obviously, apart from that, I also want to go ahead and say that Basher the Hedgehog was not created by me, like as in design-wise or art-wise. The original designer of Basher the Hedgehog is actually this person right here. They were the one that actually made Basher the Hedgehog, and they helped me design him, and obviously making sure that they got the right details to them. And we basically went out by that. If you want to go ahead and commission them or check out their art, I highly suggest you check out their Twitter. Links will be in the description. Apart from that, thanks to them, Basher came to life, and of course, that is how we sort of went off of stuff here and there. Obviously, Basher the Hedgehog needed to be made into this game so we can sort of get the ball rolling, because I originally had no idea what I wanted to do for content. I always had a dream of being a big YouTuber, but just making silly videos probably wasn't gonna get me anywhere. But I guess it kind of did to this day. And obviously I had to figure out a plan of how or what am I going to use for my videos to kind of, put them a little higher up in the categories there. So I decided that why not use Basher the Hedgehog to actually be the brand of the channel. And of course, bring this character to life for people to enjoy and, love and enjoy with. I think I said that twice. But apart from that, obviously, Basher the Hedgehog was not only created in art style, he was also created in 3D wise, which is how he's actually in this game. Of course, the ones that created him into the game, we've obviously had different versions of Basher being in game, which I will show right here. There's been a few designs that he's been through, and obviously credits to the people that have created the Basher models in VR chat. You guys did an amazing job, and I really appreciate the effort that you put in to bring him to life. Obviously, thanks to the artists that have worked with me, we have been able to bring so much to life. I mean, I personally feel like finding a group of people that are actually willing to help out with your dreams and goals is honestly where it's going to get you to reach your goals. Obviously, of course, apart from that, Basher the Hedgehog was also created for entertainment purposes, but also just because I originally wanted an OC that would represent me, I guess in looks, pretty much. And no, I don't exactly look like him, but we're kind of going off based off that. Obviously, I have my Sona here that describes exactly kind of what I look like in real life, just minus the piercings. And of course, apart from Basher the Hedgehog being the main brand of the channel, we obviously have a lot of other things that we do on the channel. Like, for example, we do gameplays, we do streams, and like I mentioned previously, we're working on our own VR chat series called Fractured Stardust. The logo was made by another one of my artists, Lucaria. Thanks a lot. I truly appreciate it. Not to mention that, obviously, apart from, this basic stuff, I also want to kind of create a little bit of a community for, other people to come in and kind of, talk about their OCs, because obviously there is a lot of communities out there that are in the Sonic community that involve Sonic OCs, Sonic characters, art, games, everything, right? So I decided to go ahead and also create my own community server, which is Basher's Hood. And if you want to join that, links in the description as well. Come on ahead, check out the server, and you can interact with me and some of the people that are on the team as well, You might even get some sneak peeks of what's been in the process of, being cooked up for YouTube. Obviously, apart from YouTube, I also tend to, upload on TikTok, but I haven't uploaded on TikTok in quite a while, but that should change in a bit. Twitch is probably another channel thing that I probably won't touch for a while unless it's really, interesting to me. Twitter is obviously where I'm going to be posting daily updates. You can follow either my normal Twitter or you can follow the Basher Twitter where, you'll basically interact with him. He's tweeting. That's not me. That's definitely Basher. I'll tell you that much. The only thing that I will mainly focus on today is sort of explaining what the channel is mainly trying to reach. So obviously, at first, it was all just gameplays and streams and stuff like that, which was honestly the basic stuff for a normal content creator. But I also wanted to go ahead and push it a little bit further by doing something that involves the Sonic community to come on in and, give it a try as well. Which is why I decided to create, of course, our VR chat series, Fractured Stardust. Fractured Stardust obviously involves Basher as the main protagonist, but it also includes a bunch of other OCs that are still in development of being made or, being brought in. Obviously, if you haven't watched Fractured Stardust episode 1 or 2, you should go ahead and check it out so you can kind of catch up with what we're going with. Obviously, the series begins with Basher being a human who was originally named Professor Stardust, no first name given yet. We're working on that. And obviously, he decided to create some sort of project called The Project. And of course, thanks to the government finding out about where his whereabouts is and what his project is capable of, they decided to destroy it to prevent any sort of natural disaster, which wasn't really the intention, but obviously the government didn't care. Following the project being destroyed, of course it led to Basher witnessing the entire thing, seeing the entire city being blown to pieces, and a giant hole ripping in the sky to where it pulled him in and probably a few other people from his world. Obviously, he landed here in this, beautiful world, the Pato, so, he's finally in the Sonic world, which is where he's actually going to be starting off his adventure there. Obviously, Professor Stardust needs to figure out who he is, where he came from again, and how is he going to get back home. But obviously, the man himself, Zoru, finds him, takes him in, and now he changes his entire life to make him a criminal mastermind and make sure that Basher is part of the organization that is a mafia organization so he can work for him and they can, rule the world. Obviously, Professor Stardust wants no danger being involved with his life, but he has no choice, so he fully transforms into the one and only Basher the Hedgehog, giving himself a new name and obviously some new looks. And that's kind of where we're going based off right now. So there is obviously more story and development, and at the moment we cannot really film episode 3 due to me also not being able to film much with the low space, and because I'm also missing another little tracking station for my VR trackers. So obviously once we get all that fixed, we will resume back to filming. Who knows how long it'll take, but honestly, I'm going to try my best to avoid taking it for months. We have a lot of cool people on the team as well. Obviously, we have the main man himself, Zoru, the fox, who is sort of another main protagonist, but is also a I guess the boss for Basher and kind of his mentor, teaching him a lesson here and there. And obviously the main villain himself, Riven, who is played by my good old friend Vulcan. He is obviously the main bad guy in this story, and you probably don't know what his true intentions are, but you will find out in the later on episodes. As I said, the story is still developing, and we are trying to get to filming as soon as we can. Just give us a little bit more time. Apart from the series obviously being, there, we also want to do more stuff. I kind of want to do I want to do more streams, want to collab with other people, which is why I've only collabed with only 2 content creators at the moment, but that might also change in the future, who knows. I also make special appearances on other people's channels, maybe you've seen me here or there, who knows, but obviously shout out to the people that have featured me in their streams or stuff like that. And obviously, apart from, making, from doing gameplays and doing streams and stuff like that, I also, tend to make some TikToks here and there. But I will get back to filming those eventually, and also uploading YouTube shorts, since that's what I feel like has pulling up the charts more recently. Obviously, you're going to be seeing more clips of either myself, Basher, or some funny clips from, gaming time with my friends. Obviously, I've enjoyed being with my friends. My friends are the world to me, and they also just mean a lot to me because, they make my day, and you guys also make my day too. We're almost at the goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers, and once I reach that goal, I plan to do maybe a massive giveaway. Well, probably not too massive, but I plan to do a giveaway or probably do some sort of special stream for you guys. After all, I'm putting in the effort to make sure I release the best content so you guys can keep watching and, keep showing love and support, and I want to give it back to you guys by releasing funny content, or at least somewhat worth content. Apart from the gameplay streams and the series that we're working on, I might also do some vlogs maybe here and there. After all, I did release a Sonic Expo vlog a few months ago, and this year I plan to attend Sonic Boost in San Diego and probably Sonic Expo again in November. So if you guys are attending any of those 2 events, you may be able to meet me there. Who knows? And I'll be vlogging the whole thing and definitely uploading it onto the channel, since I'll be spending a good time there and meeting some of my friends again. Obviously, from this point on, I feel like with your support and with the help of our team and my creativity, we can definitely create such a bigger community than it is right now. For those who are interested in, obviously sharing their OCs or just meeting other people or content creators or artists, don't be afraid to join, obviously, the server, because that's actually where we meet more people as well. As the Sonic community gets bigger, so does other communities get bigger as well. We are part of the Sonic community as well, and we want to make sure that we meet more people as much as we can. Me personally, I want to get myself more out there, and which is why I feel like hopefully the channel trailer will help out. Not the channel trailer, the channel intro will help out a little bit. So, without further ado, I will say that for those who are actually interested in, watching the content that we're going to be putting up there, please go ahead, stay tuned. You won't miss out. And of course, you won't regret what you're watching. I can guarantee you that. And of course, apart from that, I guess that's pretty much it. I wasn't trying to make this a big channel intro as well. If you have any, suggestions or questions or comments to say about the channel or about, the staff or me, you can always just go ahead and leave a comment down below, or you can join the Discord server and maybe just talk to us. It's always great to hear the feedback from other people just to sort of see if we can improve or keep doing what we're doing. And obviously, with your support, we will be able to pull all of this off, and we will grow hopefully bigger than where we are now. So of course, without further ado, I think that's going to be the end for me. And obviously, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. And yeah, go ahead and, well, I guess that's it. That was it. But unfortunately, he didn't bring me into this one. You know what? Who cares? He doesn't own me. I own myself. And after all, what are you guys gonna do about it? Just keep watching, subscribe, I guess. I don't know how to do this YouTube stuff. Well, at least I think. Oh yeah, and also about that whole channel, about the whole VR chat series stuff. Yeah, check it out. You can see some of the cool pictures that I'll be showing off here in a bit. and you better check it out. Otherwise, you're gonna regret it just a little tiny bit, you know? But yeah, there's definitely more adventures awaiting us, and I don't know. Subscribe, I guess. Well, anyways, I think I better get back. I think I got something to deal with Riven there. And good old Zoru ain't gonna like that one. Well, that's all, folks. I give up. You know what? Subscribe. I'll see you guys later.